Good morning again. Yep, back in the shed. Just a little update. Started on the tank a little bit, patching up a little bit here, a little bit there. Now this GS, what we've done is we've changed the electronic gizmo back to the points, and we've got spark now. The coils did seem to be faulty, and I don't know if these capacitors shiny bits down here put up a charge to wake up the coils or not. I don't know. Not a bloody electronic expert. Anyway, went to start the bike, and what we got is the starter clutch is stuffed. Looks as though it's rusty and that, so I'm gonna take it off. I've taken the bolt out there. That's just bolt that holds in the flywheel, and the starter clutch is behind there. That's got springs and bloody bars in it and all that sort of stuff. So apparently it's a common fault. Just show you what it does when you crank it. It just turns. Sounds pretty bad. So what we're going to do is take off the flywheel and check out what's causing that to just spin around and not grab. What I've done is I went and bought a bolt. The bolt will go into the front part there. We'll just screw that up, and I'll clean it out first. Probably been sitting there for 25 years or so. So we'll clean that up, and we'll put that in there, throw a spanner on the shaft here, and I'll turn that bolt, and that'll just pop straight out. Yeah, bullshit. So let's get going. So I'll just explain what's happening. These little round things here, they just grab onto the starter clutch here, around here. Now all's what I've done, and it's just what I do. I'm not saying this is what you should do. You should replace those, alright. These are a little bit worn, but after time they become shiny and they don't grab. So all's what I do is just give those three a very light bead blast. And in turn I give this a very light bead blast as well. You can see it's not quite really rough, but it's rough enough. So when it fits on, it spins one way because this generates your power and that spins. But when it starts, when the engine starts, it goes anti-clockwise and it grabs onto those round things. See, it's almost impossible to budge. So when the bike runs, they're constantly turning against this shaft here, against that collar, and that becomes shiny. So that's what causes it to skip or spin. Everyone panics and that, so we're just going to do that. We've cleaned it all up, no more rust spots. Happy about that. The bearings seem alright, so we'll just put those back with a little bit of oil and they'll go back into there. Right, so let's just start assembly. We'll just put a little bit of oil on that for now. On a steady hand. And we'll put a little bit of oil in those bearings. And that should just slide straight on. Alright. Now we're not going to really belt that because we've got to screw it in to tighten it in. So that goes in there. Alright, and then we'll tighten up this bolt and that should pull that in. It's got to go in a little ways. So we'll work out that in a minute. And that seems to work now. Alright, so that's all it is. Easy peasy. G'day everyone. I lost track of where we're up to because it's been a few days since we've done anything. What's happened is that we've had a look at the starter clutch and I tried to fix it and tried to start the bike and it's still stuffed up, so I ended up, I've ordered some new parts and they're not coming in for another probably a week, so I hope to fit it before I close up for a couple of weeks holiday. So we've got the starter clutch parts on order and I've got to order a what they call it, a voltage regulator. That should go in here somewhere. Hasn't got one. Bike will still start without it. It's only that I can't rev it up too much because of the voltage just climb and that, it might melt some wires. So that's our plans so far on that, but I'm not too concerned about this bike because that'll take quite a while still to do. It did fire up before last week. It fired up for a split second. I was happy about that. Jack was here to help out that, and that was good. So I've got proof that the bike will at least fire up. It didn't run, of course, it just stopped on us. So stay tuned. Hopefully I can get this starter clutch installed before I close up shop. If not, I'll do it after I get back. There's no rush on this bike at all. So thanks a lot. Catch us all later.